What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Tropical NHL back at it again for another Habs draft related video. Today we're going to be talking about everything that's going on with the Montreal Canadiens and the NHL entry draft that's coming in less than 4 days. The draft is coming on June 28th and I'm going to be live streaming for the entire day. So if you don't want to miss that, I strongly suggest you to subscribe and turn on post notifications. We're trying to get the 4K subscribers before the draft. We're 11 subscribers away, so if you could help me out reach that objective as soon as today, that would be absolutely amazing. As well as the like button, let's try and get 125 likes for the return of the videos. I'm sorry if I haven't uploaded as much as I'm used to over the last week. I was really busy. I was doing some things outside of my house, so yeah, I didn't have that much time to make videos, but we're back today. And we're going to be trying to be as available as I can until the draft. I'm probably going to be posting 2 videos today. So subscribe and leave a like for that. Let's get right into the subject. So yes, the draft is coming in 4 days. I'm going to be doing another mock draft on draft day, probably on live stream, giving my opinion on who's going to go where, my top 16 mock draft. That's going to be a lot of fun. But as of right now, I'm going to give you guys my opinions about what's going to happen for the Montreal Canadiens, in my opinion, in 4 days. We're going to be talking about the 3 most plausible scenarios that could happen for the Montreal Canadiens at the NHL entry draft. Because we've seen a lot of rumors. Some people say they're going to trade up. Some people say they're going to trade down. Some people say they're going to draft Bacher. Some people say they're going to draft Dvorsky, Benson, Leonard. But logically, what's most plausible for the Montreal Canadiens? I'm going to go out there and throw 3 possibilities that I think that are the most likely for the Montreal Canadiens. Like I said multiple times, in the position they're in right now, it will all depend on what's going to happen in front of them. It will all depend on who's going to get drafted by the Ducks, who's going to get drafted by the Blue Jackets, and who's going to get drafted by the San Jose Sharks. So for me, there are 3 possibilities. The most likely possibility is for the Montreal Canadiens to draft up Ryan Leonard. The rumor over the last week kind of faded away. There are not as many people that talk about Ryan Leonard linked to the Montreal Canadiens, but personally, I still do think that it's the most plausible scenario. Top 4 is going to go Bedard, Fantilli, Carlson, and Smith, and then the Montreal Canadiens will have the option to take on Michkov. They will not do it, so they will take on Ryan Leonard on their team. Often compared to Matvei Michkov, he plays a similar game, he plays strong, and he has an insane potential in the National Hockey League, and he would be a playoff performer for the team. He's the type of player that they're lacking in their future top 6, so it would definitely be a great idea. I still do think that it is unlikely that the Canadiens are going to take a chance on Michkov. They should, depending on what the situation is. They have a meeting scheduled with him, so they're going to have a lot more information. Still a possibility that they might do end up selecting Michkov, but if he's available and if Smith is gone, I think that they're going to go for Ryan Leonard as a safer option. I think that this is the most likely scenario that is going to happen at the draft. The second scenario that I think is also high likely to happen is that Will Smith is going to be a Montreal Canadiens. If they either trade up to the 4th overall via trade to select him, or if he slides down to the 5th overall, depending on if a team in front wants Matvei Michkov. We've heard some rumors saying that the Ducks might take a chance on him at 2nd overall, which would be surprising in my opinion. I don't think that the Anaheim Ducks are going to select Matvei Michkov at 2nd overall. It is possible, but it's unlikely. And as for the San Jose Sharks could also take on another guy, a guy like David Bacher, for example, a guy like Matvei Michkov, for example. There's been some multiple reports that they are interested in Will Smith, but is he the only player they're interested in? I strongly doubt it. So yes, it's going to be in the Ducks' hands and in the Sharks' hands. Will Smith will still be available for the Habs at 5, but if he is available, or if the Canadiens are able to trade up to the 4th overall to select him, he is going to be the pick. I think that for Kent Hughes and the Montreal Canadiens, he is the priority, like I said multiple times on the channel. He coached him 2 years ago. He knows his family really well. He knows the guy really well, and he is in love with his place. So the priority for the Habs is probably to draft Will Smith. If they're capable of trading up to draft him, and if he's available at 5, he is going to be the pick for the Montreal Canadiens. If not, it's going to be Ryan Leonard. But I think that personally, the San Jose Sharks are going to take Will Smith, and I don't think that the Canadiens will pay enough to trade up to the 4th overall pick. So it would certainly be interesting. But the second most likely scenario for the Habs is that they either trade up for Will Smith or draft him at 5 if he's available. Like I said, he's the priority. He's the guy that the Canadiens want the most. And yes, Will Smith at the Habs is also really, really high likely. The third option that is high likely as well for the Montreal Canadiens is that they take a chance on Matvei Michkov. Like I said, they're going to meet the guy. They have a meeting scheduled with Matvei Michkov. And like I said multiple times on the channel, it will all depend on what's going to be said in that interview. If they get the information, the confirmation that Matvei Michkov will come in 2026, play for the Canadiens. If they draft him, they're going to take him if he's available at 5. But if they are not able to get those confirmation, if there are too many red flags, if they don't like his personality, there have been multiple reports coming from scouts that apparently Matvei Michkov is a toxic player. He is a bit cocky. Is it only reports so he can slide down in the rankings and be available for the teams that said it? It's most likely that, but still, if those rumors are true, well, the Canadiens might not take a chance on it. But like I said, if they like his personality, they like the interview, and if they get the confirmation that he's going to come at the end of his KHL contract, I think that they're going to select him. But it's still really, really unlikely because like I said, I think they're going to think that there are too many red flags in this situation to take a chance on the guy. But it's still a high possibility that the Habs finally decide to take a chance on a guy like Matvei Michkov. If you followed it properly, it's either going to be Leonard, Smith, or Michkov that is going to be drafted by the Canadiens. I don't think they're going to go after Reinbacher. I know there's been some people saying that they have high interest in Reinbacher. Selecting David Reinbacher at the 5th overall in that good of a draft would simply be stupid, and I don't think that the Canadiens are going to do that. If they wanted Reinbacher that much, they would probably trade down to select him, because taking this guy at 5th overall is really, really crazy. As for Delub or Dvorsky, I don't think that they have that big of an interest in him either. I don't think that he is in the top 5 of who the Canadiens have on their list. Zach Benson is a really, really good player, but I think that they're going to draft a bigger player than that. I don't think that they're going to go for a small player, so I don't think that they're going to go for Zach Benson either. So yes, it's either Will Smith if he's available, or if they're able to trade up for the San Jose Sharks' pick. Ryan Leonard if Will Smith is not available, or Matvei Michkov if they like their meeting with him. Ryan Leonard being the most likely, Will Smith being the second most likely, and Michkov being the third most likely, like in that order. There's still a lot more possibilities, but those 3 options I feel like are the most likely to happen. There's been multiple reports saying that the Washington Capitals could be interested in trading up at the draft. If the Canadiens are not able to trade up, and if they don't want Michkov, they could be interested in trading down with the Capitals, getting maybe another pick, getting a prospect, and selecting at the 8th overall instead of the 5th overall, because we know that the Capitals are really, really interested in Matvei Michkov, so that could be a very, very likely scenario as well. I strongly doubt that this one is going to happen, because you rarely see trades in that area at the draft. But yeah, you never know. Draft is full of surprise, and it's going to be a lot of fun to follow. So yeah, let me know what you guys all think about this in the comments below. Like for the return of the videos. Let's try and get 125 likes. Let's try and get to 4K subscribers today. That would be amazing. It's been your boy Tropical NHL. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, share, do anything as you want. And I'll see y'all later for another video. Have a nice rest of your day, and bye-bye.